welcome back to Thailand, welcome back to me, True Blue Thai from Thailand. I hope you're doing well. It's 1 Sao here in Thailand, which is Saturday. So for instance it's a cloudiest day. For instance, sun's out, maybe a bit of rain later on, we don't know really. So for instance, still can't run, still tried to test out my calf yesterday. For instance, it didn't kind of still a bit of pain. I can walk on it quite easy, but the pain, I can still feel the pain there. So I've been looking at what to do, and so online what to do, how to heal it, but we'll see. But it's a shame really, because I'm really looking forward to it. I miss swimming. I miss swimming in the sea. And I could walk down to the beach maybe. I was going to go for a swim and then walk back maybe as part of rehabilitation, but possibly that's an idea. But we'll see. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. So for instance, Pep's had his press conference and it's PEP preview, as I say, and because they got the Manchester Newton Heath game tomorrow, and so for instance, a lot of people have had their say. There's been about a lot of about the game, etc. For instance, but there was really good news yesterday, wasn't there? Because we was expecting PEP to reel off a load of injuries. And because it looked like at one point, etc., we had 12 injuries. But apart from Ryan Nori, John Stones, Ryan Turkey, who else? And Kosovic, for instance, we were the only ones injured, which was like, shock. Oh yeah. Oh, Barcelona. No, he's okay as well. So so everybody's back. So apart from that, the Ryan Ignori is a disappointment, because I wanted a left back here, especially. But for instance, I expect Josko Guardiola was going to pop into that role tomorrow. So for instance, so I expect him to be in that. And on the right hand side, I would expect Nunes really. So for instance, we're back to that. So with Diaz and AK, in the centre really. So probably the best thing, top four, back four we can got if John Stone's not fit, but I believe he's on the shelf. But it was a good press conference. Some stupid questions asked by the journalists. Again, for instance, you got Pep Guardiola there. You talk about the derby, and you come up with the Liverpool manager has said Isaac is the best striker in the world. Where does that leave Erling Haaland? What a stupid, dumb question. What's he going to say? What's he going to say? Why can't somebody in the press ask a simple question? Why did you not buy a right back? Because it's the first question, press conference since the transfer window, and nobody was. It never was asked. Why did you not buy a right back? It was never asked. Never asked. So why? Why was they never asked that question? So, for instance, and why come you didn't shore up defence, etc. For instance, but go on about asking stupid, dumbass questions about that, and what Pep's going to say, and there's constant questions about Donnarumma. What do you think he's going to bring to you? And he's a tall player. He's going to get. And also they take it for granted. He winked at the journalist after he said he's tall. And he winked it because he's playing around with you. But still, they go into this question. And still, I was listening to Sky and talk crap. God knows why. They are so bad for your health. And I was listening to them talking about it. And they talk about, Pep Guardiola said he's tall and And they took it literally for granted for what Pep said. But what did he bring to you? It's a stupid question. It's a stupid, pointless question. And honestly, for instance, it's lazy journalism. It really is. I just can't understand. I sit there banging my head against the brick wall, for instance, knowing the questions what a City fan wants to know from Pep Guardiola: who's playing, who fit, For instance, why have you not bought a right back, etc. Why is important questions about the team, not, for instance, comparing Isak to bloody what's it called, to Haaland. You know, it's a stupid question in a way, because Haaland's by far the best striker. You know, and he's stat prove it. You know, Isak's had one good season, and that was it, for Christ's sake. You know, and honestly, if Liverpool was stupid enough to go out and spend 100 million on him, it's fine. You go ahead, but don't please compare Isak to Haaland. It's stupid. But no, it's crazy. But overall, I thought it was an encouraging press conference. That, for instance, especially with the fitness levels, etc., with Foden and Josko, which is the two main guys, etc., I wanted to see back, but I'm disappointed about John and Ryan Ignori, for instance, about that. But going through his press conference, I got his press conference here. Again about Donnarumma and this nonsense about Trafford. You know, Trafford was always going to be the second choice goalkeeper, even though I do believe it's on the shelf. Do I believe Pep Guardiola could play Donnarumma tomorrow? Yeah, I do. But I don't know, for instance, if he's up to speed with the players enough. And again, it's like what Pep Guardiola says. He spoke to the players. He arrived on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then he had a night in a hotel, and then come to training, had his pictures taken, blah blah blah, and all that kind of thing, etc. So at his interview, his pictures taken, then he had a bit of it. I said the next day, for instance, he was in his office, so he never saw him train. So he's only going to get whatever he's going to get from Carlo or from Jamie, for instance, or Pep, the other Pep. For instance, about his and also the goalkeeping coaches. But at the moment, etc., would I be surprised? Not surprised to see James Trafford in there? No, I wouldn't. But because again, for instance, he's been playing with the team for a few weeks. So, and maybe Donnarumma will probably shoot him for the Champions League during the Napoli game during the midweek. Who knows? But we'll see. He talked about the players leaving, Ilkay, Edison, Kanji, and for instance, wish them well. So as I do as well, and Jack is doing well in Everton, and but he's only on loan, and Ilkay, Manuel is only on loan as well, for instance, with an option to buy, for instance. So there you go. But he also questioned about the 26-man squad, went down to 16, so he was quite happy with that. So for instance, I think we've got more than that. Overall, Eddie helped in a special way. I pat Eddie on the back in the way he was. Goalkeeper, it was mainly about the goalkeepers, wasn't it, really, more than anything else. But I just find, what does he bring you? Of course, he's the world's best. So overall, I thought it was a bit of a stupid questions by the journalist, and not asking the questions that I want to ask, but at least we got to know, for instance, about the what's it called, the goalkeeping situation. Sorry, not the goalkeeping situation, by the injury situation. As far as the game is concerned, so we've got I expect I listened to for instance Ruben Amorim's press conference as well, and which was good, because they had 3 players out, which was for instance the main players out. What was it called? The main players. They had Nathan Mount out, etc., and Cunha out, which was excellent. So I'm really, really pleased about that, and also Dallo out. So because I think Nathan Mount is a good player for them, etc. He's good in midfield, but he's like John Stones. He's always getting injured. So and then again, and with Munya out, etc. For instance, Cunha, out. So their expected lineup is they're not going to start their new goalkeeper as well. So they're going to keep the guy, for instance, who's a bit dodgy in the back, another dodgy goalkeeper then. So it'd be weird. What's it called? 2 teams starting 2 new goalkeepers maybe. But they're going to start off with a back 3 of because they do the 3-4-3 formation, which Amorim loves, which they don't have the players for. They certainly don't. So Luke Shaw, Dillit, and Euro in the back with Dorigo, Casemiro, Menu, and Daulo on the in the centre, with Fernandez and Mbembo up front with Seco. Expected to start Seco, for instance, for them, but where they we'll see. But I think overall, etc. For instance, it was very encouraging press conference, and I'm getting more confident now. I really am. I'm still saying a 3-1 Man City win, and I just feel like, for instance, I feel a bit more, a bit positive now. I feel a bit more positive now, knowing that Mount's out for them and Cunha's out for them, and knowing that Foden and Josko's back. But shame about Agnori, for instance. But we'll see. They're going to probably try and catch us on the break, I expect, because that's the way it is. So, but I think a lot of people say it's going to be a close game. I think Man City could and should win the game. And for instance, before, again, we've always walked into the game with the strongest team, thinking all we need to do is turn up and run over this lot. Now, I think, for instance, because we've got the backs against the wall a bit, and there's a bit of uncertainty because of the loss against Brighton and Spurs, I do believe, for instance, City's going to come out with a bit of more of a determination to win, to be more of a Ireland's in form. We've got Doku, for instance, playing well. Bernardo Silva scored a goal as well. So, for instance, for Portugal, for instance, he's got to win. So I think overall, I think we've got a really good. I think this is going to be a bit of a fight in City now. Not an expectation that we're going to win. We have to fight to win. So I do believe, for instance, it'll give us a spark. I think there's a bit of a spark tomorrow, for instance, and I really do. So I just think there's something more. There will be a bit more of a, rather than an expectation to win, etc. They could beat us because they beat us last time, etc. We were the better team. We was 1-0 up, and then Nunes had a nightmare. So, for instance, but we'll see. In the same right back position, but they don't have Rashford. They got Mbumbo, but I think overall, I just think we've got a better squad, and if they play the way they play. I just think, for instance, Man City, I think the fans are going to be up for it as well. First game after the international break. I believe they're going to turn off the sound PA. Just before to create an atmosphere. Got the new look Etihad as well with the extended stand, etc. Even though it's not open, it just looks amazing from the outside of the Etihad now, doesn't it? With the hotel and the the entrance, just looks amazing. I just think, for instance, Man City will have a bit of a serious. I think it's going to be serious. Really take it. Because we need the point. We need to win. We need to get back into winning ways, and I do believe, for instance, we'll get over the line. I think, and if Anthony Taylor doesn't do anything stupid tomorrow, then I just feel we got a better of a chance. I think a good chance to win. So also with Rodri back in, etc. as well, getting his fitness back up, etc. That's going to be extremely important. Durrani Riders in the centre. So of all, I've got a better feeling, and I just feel that, for instance, if we're on our game just like we're against Wolves, I just feel that, for instance, I think if Oscar Bob's playing well, if Savinho comes on, we'll see how that. I do think Pep might just go for Savinho rather than Oscar Bob. I don't know. For instance, but if Daco, has a good gets stuck into it and looks for Erling Haaland, etc. I think we should be able to win the game, etc. and quite comfortably. Congratulations to Rico Lewis, by the way. What's the goal for till 2030? Very happy for you, mate. Really happy for him extending. So, but that's nice to see him extending his contract, till 2030. So, was it 5 years? So yeah, but he's got a lot of growth to do. He's bulking up a bit more. He's getting more serious in his play as well. So I've got confidence with him as well. City ladies won yesterday 2-1. Just wanted to mention that because I do follow the ladies as well, and beat Brighton. We came back. We got a great record against Brighton. Never lost. And yesterday, for instance, went down 2-1. 1-0 to Brighton, and then came back 2-1. And the girls look good. Bunny Shaw and Hazagawa was good, and unlike the men where we go 1-0 and concede 2 goals, the girls go the opposite way. But we get the 3 points, so well done to the ladies yesterday. But overall, I'm pretty damn confident. Getting more confident by the hour. About tomorrow's game, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think I'll. And if we can get any of John Stones or Riding Nuri will be in the team, etc., I'll be pretty damn pleased. So, but and especially with Nathan Mount being out, etc., and Cunha for them, I just think we've got the edge now. I do believe we've got the edge. I think there's a bit of a more of a. I just look. Help me here, because I just do believe that. For instance, there's something. There's I think there's going to be. It's not just going to be. Won't be like the derby last. City Newton Eve game last season at the Etihad, etc. I think City were going to go out there with a bit more punch and a bit more determined to win the game, and especially going into Napoli and Arsenal next week as well. So anyway, like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. What's your feelings about it? Once you got a little bit more confident than now you know the injuries and seeing the players back, which is good. And so who's your starting goal? I'm okay with either, to tell you the truth, personally. For instance, Donnarumma he won't be like a newbie player. For instance, he'll want to prove himself to PSG and to say that he was stupid for dropping him and etc. For instance, he's got a point to prove, and hopefully he'll do it at City. So, but got a bit of a more of a backbone, and hopefully, for instance, he'll communicate very well with Diaz and AK, etc. For instance, and Guardiola, for instance. But so a bit more confident. But why the hell do we get a right back? I believe the Italian guy, for instance, we were going to go for the right back. We're back in for him as well. So I can't remember the guy's name. But the guy, I believe, he had an expired clause, for instance, but we release clause. I think we could have got him for about 15 million or something during the week. But he's on the tip of my tongue. But I believe we're back in for him as well. So, in January, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, gonna love you and leave you. True Blue Time from Thailand. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. Ask me questions. You can ask me questions about Thailand if you want. If you're coming over here, just what's it called? Just keep the questions nice. So, guys, love you, leave you. True Blue Time from Thailand. I'll speak to you tomorrow.